The Piraha have a very interesting concept. Among all Amazonian tribes that, as far as I can tell, one important value that is shared is called immediacy of experience. Amazonian tribes are very interested in what's going on now, and they tend not to value so much the deep past or the distant future, but to focus on now. And many anthropologists have commented on that. But I don't know of any other group that has a concept which the Piraha call ibipio. And ibipio is a fascinating concept. When you're out there, they don't speak Portuguese, by the way. So when I first went there in December of 1977 and got off the plane, airsick and looking for the first place to throw up, they started talking to me, and I didn't understand anything they said. So concept like ibipio, these kinds of concepts are really difficult to figure out when there's no language in common. So I remember once a fellow walked into the jungle, and they said, he ibipio left. And then somebody else came out of the jungle and they said, he ibipio arrived. Well, maybe it means he just left, he just arrived. And then I saw someone go around the bend in a canoe, and they said he ibipio left, he came back, he ibipio left. Planes, they would say ibipio. And then one night, I couldn't find my candles, and I just had a match, and my flashlight batteries were dead. And I had this match lit, and it was flickering. And they said, the match is ibipioing. They used it as a verb, and I couldn't figure out what on earth would this mean. Well, it means to go in and out of the boundaries of experience. If you want to use a technical term, you can say that it refers to experiential liminality. But it simply means to go in and out of experience. This is so important to them. We do this when we're children, peekaboo. That's sort of the equivalent to ibipio in our vocabulary. It is the excitement of seeing something go in and out of experience. And the Piraha have codified that and made it a very important part of their language and an important part of their culture. And one thing I noticed was that their verb structure, so English has how many verb forms? Well, it's got about 5. Sing, sang, sung, singing, sings. Spanish or Portuguese might have 40 different verb forms. Well, Piraha, like many American Indian languages, has a very complex verbal system. So Piraha has 16 different suffixes that can go at the end of a verb. That gives 2 to the 16th power possible verb forms, and that's a lot. That's more than 40. And of those things, 3 suffixes are very important, and those tell you how you got your evidence. So every verb has to have on it the source of the evidence. Did you hear about it? Did you see it with your own eyes, or did you deduce it from the local evidence? So if I say, did John go fishing? They can say, John went fishing, I, which means I heard that he did. Or they can say, John went fishing, sibiga, and that means I deduced that he did. Or they can say, John went fishing, and that means I saw it, he went. In some respects, they're the ultimate empiricists, or, like people from Missouri, the show-me state. Part of this cultural value of the Piraha, of immediacy of experience, reflected in this word ibipio, produces a value to keep information slow and to keep it verifiable. And it must be witnessed. So as a Christian missionary, which I no longer am, if you read the book, you will find out what they did to me. They actually demanded evidence for what I believed, and I realized I couldn't give it as well as they wanted me to give it. So this changed me profoundly. But I remember telling them about Jesus one time, and they said, so Dan, Jesus, is he brown like us, or is he white like you? I don't know, I haven't seen him. Well, what did your dad say? Because your dad must have seen him. No, he never saw him. Well, what did your friends say who saw him? I don't know anybody who saw him. Why are you telling us about him then?